Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian Report for the 28th of July. And we've been speaking about this count here, which is my preferable count of having wave 4 sitting here. So we've got wave 1 and 2 here, and that could just go in here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and ABC for wave 4 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 coming up into this space. So that's been my preferred count. I mean, there is a count that we'll look at too that's got wave 4 here, but with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, I don't like that because we've got 5 waves in this structure. So I gotta, if you get 5 waves in the opposite direction of the market, 5 waves here in the opposite direction, then we need to be looking for, after this 5 waves, we need to look for an ABC and then get another 5 waves. So the only way I can get that is really an A and a B and a C wave here. But even if we had this as the top here, we'd still need 6,000 as the resistance, or at this stage, now that the market's moved off the level, we can just short it on the breach of that 6,000 at that point. So the count that, let me just find that, the count, this count here has wave 4 here with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. But like I say, I don't like that because we've got 5 waves here. That's pretty clear to me. So I need to justify that somewhere. And I could do that in here. And we haven't made a new top here just yet. And we're also like, why would we be short when this line through here is the market was, all of this here, this is an overshoot pattern. So basically the distance that goes above is the distance that goes below, a bit of a rule of thumb, but went a little bit lower. But the main point is that, when a market does that, doesn't really react here like it did here, then we kind of know that the market's working into a particular price point, which is obviously the 6,000, and it's slowly developed from being resistance to support over here. So to me, it's always been a bullish pattern in an uptrend, but at the same time, we've got to keep our eyes open and be mindful and not just, get locked in on one side of things. So, but all the evidence stacked up that this is the support, and we're seeing that move off there now. So I think that we've got a new high to be made here, at least one above this one here at least. So on that note there, we can just go to the hourly chart where I've been sort of looking at this a bit. So wave 4 low here with wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I don't even like this too because wave 4 is overlapping wave 1 here. So this could also just be a more bullish pattern where we have wave 1 here and 2 here, and then copy this as wave 1 here and 2 here. But I really want to be conservative because we've also been looking at the Australian markets where we have, well, let's have a look at FMG first because that's been one of the leaders. So with FMG here, we're looking at 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 5 waves here for third, fourth, and then I was looking for 5 waves up. So I was looking for one more little high to come into play here. So I'll just tidy that up a little bit now. So So I just thought this was a wave 4 and we're looking for one more high there. It may not be the case, but then you can, at the same time, you can short this here now. You could short that. But as far as I can see, we're still looking for that for that top of that third wave there for that before we get this 4th wave here. And of course, that's the same for BHP as well. So even though it's sort of droop down a little bit, we still want that. Things move along, so we just got to move these along a bit. We don't need all this now as well here, but I mean, it's good to understand. So I just figured that we were just looking for this one more little high to come into play here. Then we get this ABC for wave 4 here, pulling back to 38.2% here. And then we get wave 5 coming up here, which should be roughly the same length as wave 1 here, rule of thumb sort of thing. And then this is the one that we really want, this one here. So from here, we get this massive third wave to the upside. So yeah, that's the one that we really want. Anyway, back apart from dreaming, back over here. Now, ASX BHP is traded probably in about 5 countries, if not 6, but just on the New York desk here. The good thing here is that we're getting confirmation of what we're looking at here, because we were looking at 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 for the third, the fourth, and I was thinking of 1 and 2 here, and then all the way up for 3 here, and back for 4, and then going up for 5 here. So as we can see here now, if I can just clear this out of the way, we've got that nice move up here, making that new high here. So that's helping me confirm that we're going, that's probably got a few more days in it or whatever, but that's giving me that 5th wave here. So that's what we've been looking for. So then, you know, and it's a good idea to watch the US markets, S&P 500 as well, especially the Nasdaq. So we're left back here with this here now. I've got this as an ABC pattern here, but I know that I could actually count this down as 5 waves, down as 1 here and 2 here, and 3 to here, and 4 to here, and 5 to here. Now, it doesn't finish off very well. If this was just a nice, simple 5-wave structure, then I would say that, and I could help confirm that. But it can actually, this whole leg can be counted down in 5 waves. So we do still need to be careful that this is the 61.8% here, that we don't have that 5 waves down through here. So let me just go to 15-minute chart here for a moment. Yeah, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 to this point here. Yeah, so then I've got this bit here, which I just can't quite pin down. So, but it could play out as that 5-wave structure. So we just really, I don't think it's the case, but I've just got to, you know, point it out here that this could be counted down as 5 waves. Now, we'll struggle just about here somewhere, because that's roughly the 61.8% from the last structure, from that high to this low here. So we will struggle here somewhere, and that's expected. From the top here to this low here, the 50-60% retracement level is here on the 6,100. So if you're not long in this, that's okay. We'll need to see the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level here, and then the ABC pattern here, and then we can go along from that point there. But if the market's going to fail, this is where it's going to fail from. And we can look to go short under this low here after we see 3 moves down here, and then a retest of that. It may even be the second retest, depending on where this one is here. But we need to move past this being bullish. So this moves up here, then an A and a B and a C wave here, and then moves up here. But that low becomes the reference point for building in short trades from that point onwards there, if that's going to be the case. So it has moved up quite nicely off the 6,000, and these to me look like a bit hard to recognize them in here. If we go to the 100 tick chart, I can see that we can look at this as being corrective here after this move up here. So these are like 1s and 2s, 1s and 2s, 1s and 2s. So I think this is 1s and 2s. So it's just starting to stretch out a bit now. So I think this is a building process going through here. So I think we'll just continue to the upside. And as you can see in here, we've got the midpoint here, the 50. So as you know, between 100, between 0 and 100, we've got the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. 1, 2, 3 to make up group 1 here. And then the midpoint 5 here, we've got nice support on that. And then we're in group 2 here. So number 8 here, but group 2, 65, 72, and 80. And you can really see that it was the resistance here. And then it becomes the support, and it was the resistance here, But normally what I find, once the market gets into group 2 here, latches on to the 65, then you can pretty much assume that it's going to continue to the upside because it's in that space. At this stage, it's where it could fail from, but when it starts clawing its way in there, then you know that you're in there and you can move with that. Obviously, we're going to get resistance at the 6,100 area through here and all the way up to this 2 area through here. So it'll be a bit of a rough ride with all of this in here. But we need that set up. You know, we need that classic trading levels pattern. So we need the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, which will pin it down at the 61.8%, and then we'll have some sort of ABC pattern here, and then we can go long through that way, or, you know, whichever way. You could even go long down here, but we normally only go long down here if we can actually count 5 waves to the upside, and we can't do that just yet. We don't have, like, from here to here, we don't have a nice clear 5 waves. So we could end up having that, but we don't have that at the moment. It could be just corrective to that particular point. So we just need to be a bit mindful about that. What else did I want to say? That's all. I really just wanted to compare those FMG and BHP and so on to the ASX here. So just sort of recapping here, just on the hourly chart here. So first of all, I can't confirm this is an ABC, even though I've got it like that, because there's another little wave structure in here that sort of haunts me a little bit. So I know that it can be counted down as 5 waves. So we do need to be mindful of that. So really, only if we get support, not a classic trading levels pattern sitting on 6,100, will that help confirm the trend that we're going to be going higher above here at that stage. And we'll end up probably up at the 6.3 at that stage, because we're looking for the Nasdaq to move up as well in its endeavor. So this will be I'll just bring the Nasdaq across. Okay, so with the Nasdaq here, this is just a 1 hour chart. I'd been looking at this as an A wave here, an A and a B and a C wave here. And while this was going on here, the S&P 500 took over and was leading to the upside. So also here we can count 5 waves down, but we've got the same problem here as well. If it's going to fail, this is where it's going to fail from. But if we get support on top of, in group 2 here, especially on the 72, the 10,720, then we're going to be looking to the upside at, well, what's the next level past here? That's right, 11,500, which is the medium level here. So if this is going to, like a big if this is going to move up through here, we get support here, and that's going to move up into this space here, then you've got that. That's how much time you've got, because this will lead the S&P 500 higher, and in turn will take the ASX higher. And what I've noticed with a lot of, this is just a Nasdaq stock here, too, a lot of them in these wave 4s here. So we've got an A and a B and a C here for wave 4s. So looking for all this stock here to push up to the next level up here. So that's kind of the time zone thing that we're looking at with this. All right, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.